What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dinger City, coming at you live from the construction of the 5th president on Mount Rushmore. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got Jason versus Hunter. It's Tyler. It's Joey. It's baseball. How you doing today?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I personally am stoked to see our president, Kritnick, be monumented forever on Mount Rushmore alongside the greats such as Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Uh-huh.
George Washington.
That's right.
And Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Let's go! I almost said Thomas Edison, but I didn't.
Oh, not a president. I want to be so real with you, Tyler. I have no idea if Thomas Jefferson's on there, but I really think he is.
You made me feel so...
Yeah.
So you don't know if he... Do you actually think he isn't?
I actually do think he is.
Okay. Who else could it be?
I think you got it.
Okay.
No, I think you got it.
All right. I feel good. I feel good about it.
Yeah, no, that was good. So we got double Waluigi going on here. In case you're confused, Jason's the batting team. Hunter is the Wario Waluigi squad with a couple of wild cards in there.
This is actually going to be a very, it's not a mirror match, but these teams are heavily infested with Warios and Waluigis.
Yeah.
Hunter running the Wa squad, I believe, has 3 of each homie.
Yes.
And then Jason running the normal guys, which I believe has 2 of each homie, plus like a bunch of Marios. A lot of human men playing baseball today, which normally wouldn't make anyone bat an eye. Well, this is not the MLB, you know. We don't have our Derek Jeters. We don't have our Shohei Ohtanis. We don't have our Jacob deGroms. Yeah. We have Waluigi and a little chimpanzee.
Dude, imagine going to a Yankees game and you're like, wow, just a bunch of dudes out there.
Why are there so many, like, human guys?
Where's the monkey?
I thought for sure there'd be one Noki out there.
Yeah, it's a weird sight, man. That's going to be a good play. Yeah. I felt that one in my bones.
Hell
I knew he had that one.
Dude.
I'm honestly, I don't know who's not human between these squads. Is there a Noki on Hunter's team?
Hunter's team has
Para.
Hunter's team has got some people that are non-human on them.
Toadette is not.
I think the Toads are close enough.
They're like a sidestep.
If I saw a Toad/Toadette playing baseball, I'd go neat hat.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah, I agree.
Know?
I wonder what culture that's from.
Exactly. I'd be like,
oh, maybe it's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural. And you know what? I would feel too embarrassed to say anything about it.
Yeah, I'd be like, wow, I love your hat.
Yeah, I clearly can't comment on this subject. I'm not cultural.
Like, does it get awkward then if you're like, wow, I love your hat, and they're like, no, it's actually my head.
And then I'll go.
Is it weird now?
I mean, that's when I go, yo, hot dog guy.
Yeah, wow, yacht dogs.
Yacht dog.
Wow, that was. Oh no, I thought Wario might have taken.
Totally could have gone third.
It would have been maybe a body check scenario, but then we got Toulon, Mario up, and no Captain Marios in this game. A lot of Marios, no Captain.
That's true, but I gotta tell you, man, board's looking kind of good right now. Where I'd think about sinking to. It's early in the game, which some idiots like Dennis might be like, I should save him for later. But a big-brained, handsome player of Mario baseball,
that's you.
Go. Star chances are gonna come.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let it. Do it on my face.
And think about it this way. Yeah, the star. Yep. Think about it this way. If Mario fireballed and it was Mario and Mario on with Mario up, now you could hit a Mario home run.
That's true. I guess you. Oh, well, hold on. This is Baby Luigi.
Now this is what we're talking about, baby.
These are the humans I come to see play ball. that hurt me.
He's like one of the worst guys.
No, I know, but like.
No, I know. It just
Didn't
sucks
that
he
just
had
hurt?
to be there. It sucked. It sucked that I had to watch that. It sucked that Jason had to have that happen to him.
Dude, Hunter was looking for a 5-star dinger there, and I got nothing but respect for it. But you know what? The Garlic Land and Fair are going to put Wario on 2 and get a star back.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I was thinking maybe it goes foul the one half, but just skirted inside that line. He gets a runner on second, and we got chemistry, not charging. Just going to move that runner over to third base. Runner in scoring position will still, closer in scoring
Bunty's
position.
Unlocked if you so desire. But you got big bad Warios. They're probably going to charge. Hell yeah, dude.
Now, is this his captain?
I believe,
no, it's the second one, right?
No, it's not the
it's
second
the last
one.
one.
It's the last one in the lineup.
About as bad as you could have written.
I was like,
there.
we used to think it was the second one, and I
played 2.
I was like, whenever we do a big classic, usually there's only 2. But it does turn out that you have 7 of one guy, and the captain must be your last.
Lucky number 7, yep. But in this case, 3. And Jason, just the one captain. That is not going to get...
Oh!
What just happened? Okay, regardless of what was going on at home there, 'cause I don't know. Obviously, that's a step on first base situation. Jason's just not aware of how many outs there were there. But that sucks.
Sorry, I'm recouping.
I don't know what happened.
So I just gotta roll through the footage in my head. Wario underhanded it to home, to which we were like, already about to say, why is that not laser?
Yeah.
Before we could even speak, the reason it wasn't laser made itself clear. There was no one
Nobody
there.
And it's so funny because it's like, it's just the way it unraveled was like, oh, ground ball to first base. That's a wrap. And I was like, oh, he's going home with it. That's weird. And I was like, why is it going home like that?
Yeah, there was a lot of. There were like 7 weird steps in that. Although it did give us a little sight of something we don't get to see too often. How often do you get to see the guy score, and then because the game doesn't have an animation for it, just stay there until the inning's over?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, Wario was just standing on home because he touched the base, and then something had to happen.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, the ball's never
You're
down
right.
there. You never see that.
Yeah. Wow, what a weird thing. Hey, that was a peek behind the curtains for all of us.
Or maybe that's just the one instance where he stands there, but he was definitely standing there for a minute.
Nah, it looks good to me. This is like, what do they call it when it's like the opposite of a slugfest?
A defensive game?
Yeah, but like not in a fun way.
A bad game?
We got a bad game for you today, folks.
Hell yeah. Tune out now.
Please don't tune out. We're still here. And if you stop watching, we get stuck here forever.
Yeah, it's like a permanent, object permanence. That's real. And when you look away from us, we cease.
Yeah. But then when you look back, we restart in the same moment. So if you pause this video and never finish it, we get stuck here forever. Maybe that's incentive. I don't want to give them incentive.
Yeah, they're like, it'll cost us Joey, but we get the axe Tyler. A lot of people will take that deal.
Dude, I was thinking more evil, just like we could trap this guy in a video forever.
Damn, just like as a human torture experiment.
Yeah, I saw something recently. You want to hear about how just people suck?
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw a post of someone that went to a children's playground with their child.
Awesome. Love it. Love the start. Strong start.
Important part. And the entire playground was covered in motor oil.
Okay.
Someone had taken like 10 bottles of used motor oil and just dumped it all over the children's playground.
All right.
There's no reason for someone to do that.
Now I want to play a fun game without knowing any other context of the story.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Guess the Country this happened in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have one life.
Yeah.
Was it the United States of America?
Bingo.
God damn it!
Yeah, man, it just sucks. It just sucks here. It's like people... I learned in the comments of said post.
Of the oil post.
Of the oil post. Of people that, in like bike paths, will tie like a wire between 2 trees about neck level to just try to
kill someone?
I guess so.
Cut their head off like a saw trap?
And
what
some
the
guy
fuck?
was like, yeah, that happened to me.
The guy's head cut off!
He was like, I was riding my bike at night, and I noticed too late. Like, I saw it, like, last minute, and I, like, kind of moved, and it knocked me off my bike, and I had a cut on my neck.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, people suck, man.
I hate people.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's why when I go to the Yankee game, I look for non-people on the field.
I look for the little monkey with a red hat.
Yeah, at least I know, like, what's the worst he's going to do? Fling shit at me?
Yeah, right? No, or maybe he pitches a real good game.
That's the best he can do.
You know, in the times that I've seen monkeys pitch games of baseball, more often than not, they're pitching a nice game.
Let me tell you what. I've never once seen a monkey throw a bad game.
I probably have.
Yeah?
Yeah, we watched a lot of this game.
Oh, fair.
Not this specific one, but Mario Baseball.
True, and there's at least 3 monkeys. 5 if you're counting sluggers.
And I count sluggers.
Listen, we have fun here at Dinger City.
Yeah.
And we poo on sluggers when we get the opportunity.
Drop in the comments.
It counts. It's a Mario baseball game.
If you guys want to see us play Mario Super Sluggers,
don't invite that.
Leave a comment. Fuck. And if you leave enough comments saying you want us to play Super Sluggers, we're going to do it.
God, are you telling us that this video gets over...
I was gonna go with like 80.
Don't go with anything. I'm checking our last. I'm gonna average our last 5 videos.
Please hold. We're averaging. And while we average, this is a wonderful time to remind you ahead of schedule, 2 innings ahead of schedule, that we'd like to thank the members. Thank you to
Oh,
everyone
early?
who became a member, because I'm remembering it now and I would forget later. We appreciate you. It's still going to show up in the 7th inning, because Jack's not going to remember that I talked about this in the middle of the 5th inning, like when he's editing this next week or whenever he does it. But he's looking at me right now, and I feel like he's going to try to make a note of it. I'm not going to tell him what I just said. That point was not for you guys. It was for Jack.
All right, I've looked at enough.
Tell me.
I think I'll let your 80 stand.
80 comments. If we get 80 comments on this video, and at least most of them are talking about us playing Mario Super Sluggers, we're gonna do it.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting. It's an interesting wrinkle to throw in.
I just want the comments.
80 comments, but at least 40 of them have to mention Sluggers by name.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
they don't count.
Yeah.
If this is the most
Yeah.
riveting game ever, and
Yeah.
it makes a lot of comments, you don't put hashtag Sluggers at
Yeah.
the end, it does not count.
I'll tell you what, man. Right now, it looks like most of the comments we're getting are gonna be about Sluggers.
It's gonna be really funny when the comments like, "Lol, I totally would put barbed wire between two trees and decapitate a biker. Sounds like a good afternoon. I'm American. Hashtag Sluggers."
Hashtag Sluggers. I'm American, and there's great. Everyone, when you leave a comment, add the country of origin. I don't mean the country you're from. I mean the country you're posting from.
Ooh, I wonder how many people. What do you think the over/under on comments from country that isn't of origin would be?
of the person.
To even get one, I think would be cool.
I bet we'll get 3.
3.
3.
All right, I'm not trying to get us to play Sluggers or anything, but if you have the opportunity to comment from not your home company. Oh no, save it.
If you get the opportunity to comment from not your home country, do it. Just do it. We're waiting for it.
I'm in shambles. Honestly,
Yeah, that's
I've been in
embarrassing.
shambles since the playground was covered in motor oil.
Dude,
I just lost faith.
You had faith.
Some days I wake up and choose to have a little bit
No,
of faith.
I get that.
It's what George Michael would want.
Like George Michael of Wham.
You gotta have faith.
All right, fair enough. That makes
Dennis
sense.
gets it.
I didn't realize that was a George Michael song.
That's crazy. That's like probably his most famous song.
Well, like,
Solo.
yeah, I was like, there's Wham songs. Like Last Christmas.
It's your favorite Christmas song.
It is.
Throwback to that one short we did.
And didn't come out, I think.
Did it just not come out? We
No, I
really
don't think
missed the mark on that one.
No, I remember it like didn't. Work.
Oh, that whole week I
yeah,
forgot.
they were
Yeah.
Christmas shorts, guys. I promise they were funny.
There were a bunch of Christmas shorts, but Nick tripped over the recording wire.
Yeah.
And we lost it.
And then he smashed the computer because he was frustrated about tripping over the wire. The computer was fine with all of the footage, and then he destroyed it.
Yeah, and then we had to order a whole new computer.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
That's why he's not around as much.
Yeah, and then he spoiled the winner of Classic 7. It's well beyond that. We can admit it was a flub. You got us.
The cover-up felt desperate.
The cover-up felt the cover-up was so weak.
He could have said nothing. He could have said nothing.
It was like someone was like, "Oops, did he spoil that?" And then he was like, "Let me write no." And then he wrote no without talking to anyone. And we were like, "You probably should have came up with like a good reason for no to make sense if you're gonna comment at all." And
said
then he
nothing.
went, "Okay," and then commented again like. When I said two-time champ, I was referring to the 2019 or whatever.
Well, you put that one on the video.
Listen, man.
Like the first
And he
one was
pinned it.
yeah, the first one was like in Discord or whatever, and it was like, all right, yeah. And the second one was like, everyone that sees this video is gonna know what you're talking about.
It was
Most
wild.
people would not realize.
It was a crazy
Yeah.
cover-up attempt. And you know what, man?
That's why he's not around anymore.
I was like, sometimes humans make mistakes,
Yeah,
but we don't forgive them if they're American.
that's true. And we do forgive them if they're little monkeys wearing hats.
Dude, all Nick needs to do is put on a hat, and you could
Oh,
probably
yes.
convince me.
I could see him wearing like a fez.
You know what? I was gonna say that's a dumb thing to say, but now I'm picturing Nick in a fez, and I'm like,
Oh!
oh!
Oh no! That was such a big opportunity.
That was tight.
Oh my God, members!
They're here.
I remembered.
Good job.
That
You
was-
remembered?
Honestly, dude, I think we mentioned the members a lot. Nice play. But I don't think that we thanked them enough.
I'm gonna thank every member we have by name in
Yeah.
a future video.
Yeah. Except the one that was 2 rows down, 6 spots over,
All right.
starting from the left.
Jack, get me a list of all the members. I'll need it for a future video. You have time.
Yeah.
But it needs to happen tonight.
You have time, but not that much time.
And I don't need it right now,
what a
but I
play.
need it soon.
What a play. We're going into the top of the 8th here, by the way. The difference in
It's a
the
tight
game
game.
is Jason not stepping on first base
I
and
know.
the catcher not being at
That
home.
actually is crazy. That's the one thing that's mattered so far.
Yeah.
It's been an incredibly, what did we call it earlier? Bad?
Yeah, that is what I called it. I called it bad. I think you called it bad actually, but I was coercing you toward bad.
Yeah, it was a little bit of like a, I was just following orders. Listen, we've been shitting on Americans too much this
You're
video.
right,
I gotta
man.
bring in some other countries.
You're right. Here we go.
Now, what do you
Top of the
think?
eighth.
Now, here's a crazy question. Do you think Nick will look good in a fez? Do you think Nick could just pull off Diddy's outfit?
No pants.
Full no.
He's wearing a baseball cap.
Full no. Obviously, he's not wearing a fez. I was saying you've already commented on the fez. Here's a new thing.
Okay, I understand.
But yeah, red baseball cap, red tank top, nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
No.
I don't think so either. No. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page.
If he had like shorts, yeah.
What member of the-
it would be a cropped T-shirt but shorts. I think
Gotcha.
he'd get away with that. Not like it would be in like a okay, Nick, you're so brave. But I don't know if that counts as pulling off. But we would respect it. We'd be like, all right,
That's so awesome.
yeah, go for
I
it, man.
love the idea of like that we have diminished pulling it off to like we feel like it might be offensive to tell him he's not pulling it off.
Yeah, I know.
So
it-
he must be pulling it
No,
off.
man, it wouldn't even. It would be more
You're
like.
so brave. It's so funny.
It would be more like. Like good for you for going for it.
We respect the hustle.
Yeah. Like you're not offending anybody, but like,
Oh my god.
well, maybe you're offending people, but not culturally, just like visually. You know? Dude, nothing has happened this game. One thing. There's one thing that happened this whole game. It's the top of the 9th inning already.
All right. There's been 6 hits each. It's been a shit show.
It's been horrible.
You know what, man?
I'm sorry if you've made it this far.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
We deserve to be trapped inside a perpetual state of being in the computer.
Yeah, but don't do that.
You may as well finish the video now. As you can see, it's gonna end, hopefully.
Yeah, can you imagine, like, I mean, I guess it would be legendary and awesome, but like, imagine, like, let's look at the runtime right now.
Exactly.
It's like 12 minutes of a 37-minute video. Like, what's about to happen?
That'd be awesome.
It would be cool. I mean, listen, Jason needs to make something happen right now.
Yeah, or the next guy.
He needs to make one guy touch home.
Just one. Or
full
two
count.
if he wants. But he
Two,
needs
he wants
one.
to try and win. One. to
Oh, he
save it.
gets him.
Oh, wow!
Dude,
I thought he was walking him.
so
All
funny.
right, we are down to the last out. This Wario is gonna hit a home run. That's gonna be fucking.
It's gonna be so cool.
Awesome.
It's gonna be so cool. You know we hadn't cursed this whole video until just now.
No, that
Yeah.
can't be true.
I was thinking about it because I was like, this is a bad video. I was gonna say you should do this every time. Uh-oh!
Oh, little garlic on eggplant action. It's
Oh,
Alba. We're still alive.
We're alive. He does have 3 more.
A
eggplants.
lot of balls to play with, and a lot of eggplants coming down Main Street.
Oh,
Oh,
just throwing a pit. Hey, he's got 3 balls to work with there.
It's up!
And it's coming down.
Ooh,
Ladies and
that's the
gentlemen,
game.
thank you so much for watching. Be sure to become a member because we love our members. Sorry that you had to sit through this one. Dinger City out.